Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm out on the Oregon Trail. This area holds a ton of history. This land was once traveled by thousands of pioneers heading westward in search of new opportunities and new adventure. It's pretty incredible to think that over 150 years ago, wagon trains rolled through this vast landscape. And tonight, I'm setting up camp just like they might have done, using some simple techniques, natural materials, and a bit of modern frontier gear. I'll also talk about some of the history of the area and why some folks were willing to endure the journey west. This is going to be an awesome experience, so grab your gear and let's head west. Well guys, that's where we're going. Trying to get there. Yeah, there was supposed to be no winter storm today. Supposed to have blue skies. I don't think that's how it's going to work out for me tonight. Well, I think I found a spot to get me out of the wind just a little bit. Oh yeah. Well, I think this is gonna be it. So as you can probably see, we changed locations. So after about 30 minutes of fighting the wind inside there, it was just swirling. I decided to come down the hill a little bit. A lot flatter, a lot softer, and a little bit less windy actually. So let's go for round two. we go. Tarp set up. A little reflective blanket on the ground. The ground's a little bit damp. It's been snowing. Melted off out here in the sunshine, which is nice. And my bedroll. I may not believe it, but it's actually about 32 degrees out here right now. But the wind has calmed down a lot, so that is nice. Yeah, anytime the wind drops below about 20 miles an hour, it's a good day. So now that we got that set up, we're gonna go get some firewood and collect some of that up. You know, one thing with being out here, and as I'm gathering up my firewood and, you know, rocks for the fire pit and things like that, is trying to take things from really all around and not just taking from one general area. As I'm gathering, if I'm gonna take stuff from this tree, then, you know, I might take a branch or two, or if I'm gonna take rocks from down in the wash, to only take some from a certain area and then some from, you know, another spot. Reason being is we're out here, we're camping, we're having a good time, but we want to respect the land still as far as where we're at. And with this area, when the floods come in the springtime with the runoff, there'll be a lot of flash flooding. And so if you take too many rocks or sticks from another area, then you can have a lot of erosion. We still want to respect the land and respect where we're at. You know, this place sure is pretty whenever the wind's not blowing. It is really warmed up out here. I mean, it may not look it, but it's about 40, probably about 45 degrees out, which is a lot warmer than what I thought it was going to be. That storm was blowing in earlier, it turned into a really nice day. Going over here, we're going to see what else we can see. that. It's a really cool formation. Shoot, maybe I should have set up camp over here somewhere. This is the backside of that formation. You know, when I'm out here, I really like to think about all those that came before. What they must have been thinking and going through, coming through these lands. Not knowing what lay ahead of them. There we go. Well, I think that's happening. What's always next rise? It's always one of my problems. Start going and I was like, oh, let's see what's next. Let's see what's next. Before you know it, you walked a couple miles and didn't mean to. More and more desert. I don't know if y'all can see them all, but there were 3 bald eagles all together right there, just kind of soaring. As I continued to explore the area, I couldn't help but wonder, what was it like to travel west? Traveling west in the mid-1800s was no easy feat. For most pioneers, the journey along the Oregon, California, and Mormon trails took around 4 to 6 months, and covering nearly 2,000 miles from Missouri to their final destinations. They traveled primarily in wagon trains, moving about 10 to 15 miles per day over rough terrain and unforgiving, vast landscapes. The journey was filled with challenges, long days of walking, unpredictable weather, dangerous river crossings, disease outbreaks, and constant threat of accidents. Wagons broke down, oxen were left lame, and supplies would run short. Despite this, thousands pressed on, driven by a desire for a better life, land, freedom, or religious sanctuary. But why were they willing to endure the hardships? The people who made this journey were tough, but they were more than that. They were determined. They were willing to endure suffering, exhaustion, and even death, just for the chance at something greater. And though their reasons varied, they were all willing to make the sacrifice. Some just wanted a new start. Many farmers and trappers and tradesmen saw the land as opportunities. Some sought gold and a new fortune. The California gold rush of 1849 lured thousands westward in hope of striking it rich. Others wanted religious freedom. Mormon pioneers, for example, traveled west to escape persecution and build a new life. Others, like Jim Bridger, They were just simply drawn by the unknown and eager to carve out their own place in history. For all of them, though, the risk was worth the reward, and the mindset is something that we can still learn from today. Well, sun's going down finally. It's about time to go make something to eat and then start up that fire. Okay, I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but I was heading back to camp, and there are some coyotes. So it sounds like they're in that next ridge over. Hope y'all can hear that. Yeah, hopefully I can get the sound of the coyotes on camera. We'll see. But heading back to camp right now. It's just over here. Only about a quarter mile or so from it, so not real far. But yeah, hopefully I can get them on camera tonight, or well, at least on audio. Oh, I think this. Oh yeah, that's done. All right, I'm gonna eat. See you on a bit. All right. Well, the wind has died down enough to where I think I can start a fire finally. So, obviously, just built my little ring here. Put down some rocks, mainly just because the soil's still a little bit wet. So, put down some rocks and some sticks on bottom. Have some juniper bark. It's just really fluffed up. And yeah, let's see what we can get going. And then, of course, a trusty lighter. And if that don't catch, well, just break out the old wax and cotton. I know everybody's got their own campfire style technique, how big or small they like them. You know, even though it's going to get cold tonight, I still really just like a small fire. And for me, small fires, yeah, they're really tedious and they're hard to feed, but they're easy to control. And with the way the wind picks up out here, I don't really want a really large fire. I got enough bedding that I'll be fine in there. So the fire is more for just something to look at. Nature's TV. I spent most of the night pondering about frontier spirit. It isn't just about surviving in the wilderness. It's about resilience, courage, and being self-sufficient. I thought about how I can apply that mindset today, and here's some things that came to my mind. First would be to embrace challenges. Life is full of hardship, but instead of avoiding them, we can face them head on. Another is staying resourceful, learning new skills, and trying to become more self-sufficient, whether it's basic survival skills or fixing things around your home, or perhaps even growing your own garden. Next, we should step out of our comfort zones. Whether it's camping in the backcountry, taking on new challenges, or starting a new adventure, pushing ourselves beyond what we're capable can lead to growth. By adopting the pioneer mindset, we remind ourselves that we are capable of more than we think. Just like those who traveled west before us, we can face uncertainty with confidence and tackle challenges with grit. So tonight, as I camp out in this historic land, I'll reflect on that spirit, and in my own way, keep it alive. Well, hey guys, it's about 5:30 or so in the morning. It's cold, it's snowing. I'm going to try and rustle up and get a fire going. I'm going to break camp, I think, and get on out of here. Heading back to the truck. It's gonna be kind of dark on the way out of here, but that's all right. Only got about a mile to go, so it's not too bad. We'll see you next time. Hopefully y'all join me again for the next episode of Nature Ready Outdoors.